Hi, my name is Mayra Ixavillar, and today I'd like to share with you a mockup for a mobile solution I created with Articulate Storyline. I want to show how versatile and effective a storyline can be when you need to create highly customized learning solutions. So, in this case, the end users, who are potential patients for a healthcare center, are supposed to complete a checklist in order to find out relevant information, relevant feedback according to their symptoms. The context of use for this application can be the health center, maybe 5 minutes before an appointment with the doctor, and the idea is that the user can get a summary of all the results in order to discuss those results with the doctor. Now let me show you how I approached this project. Well, first of all, I focused on the primary goal, the key action, which was to help the users answer this questionnaire and also provide feedback accordingly. I did that by designing a very streamlined navigation, simple and clean. And also I used this type of interactions with sliders. And I really want to thank Richard, this brilliant designer from Articulate community, because he shared this very helpful tutorial on how to make a slider mechanism and storyline, and I'm going to include a link to this tutorial under this video. Now let me go back to storyline to show you how I created the final summary by using some variables, triggers, and states. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is just a mock-up, so that's why you only see 2 questions and you cannot read the real information that was provided as a feedback. But the process that I'm going to explain now is the process that I apply to all the questions in the real questionnaire. The first step is to give the slider different states, a state for the negative answer and a state for the positive answer. The second step is to create a variable for all the positive answers. In this case, it is called yes1 because it belongs to question number 1. As you only have 2 options, either yes or no, it's not necessary to create variables for the negative answers. The third step is to set up a trigger that says that yes1 variable is equal to true when the state of the slider is the yes state. This is a way to record the user's answer on this first screen and then recover that information on the final screen to provide the corresponding feedback or the final summary. For the questions about frequency, again, I created different states for my sliders to show the different adverbs. I also created these variables, always 5, never 5, and often 5, because these correspond to the question number 5. In this case, as you have more than 2 options, you need to create a variable for each of the adverbs. And then I set up my triggers. For example, variable always 5 is true when my slider state is the always state. After adjusting all the variables on previous screens in order to keep track of all the answers, on this last screen I continue playing with some states and conditions. I created different states for these text boxes, and each state shows or repeats the feedback for each question according to the answer that was provided by the user. I also created a trigger to tell storyline which state should be displayed by specifying the corresponding condition. Now let's see how everything works together. I'm going to choose yes here, and I get a customized feedback. I'm going to choose often here, and then I get the final summary. One more tip that I like to share with you is that as I was designing this for the iPad, I included a brief message at the end of the summary asking the users to take a screenshot of the results in order to discuss them with the doctor. If you are designing a similar solution but for desktop, you can use some JavaScript commands to enable the users print the results. Well, that's all for today. I hope that this video can trigger new ideas on how to create customized summaries at the end of your courses to show the key information that the learners need to remember. If you have any questions, you can find me on Twitter or you can leave a comment under this video. Thank you so much for following my post and for supporting my work.